The Supreme Court hearing on the RG Car case is underway. The Supreme Court has started hearing the RG Car rape case and in fact these are visuals coming in of the hearing. The hearing is currently underway. The Supreme Court is hearing the matter. Let's listen in to these developments.
Can kindly consider that. One is, my lord, the distress call, my lord, we mentioned it day before yesterday. Lordship said it will be part of the order, my lord. I have seen, my lord, it is distress call system, my lord, which is available, my lord, on drop on a watch, on a mobile, my lord. That can also be, my lord, a part of it. Secondly, my lord, institutional FIR, my lord. What has been happening here is, my lord, the parents has to go, the relatives has to go. There should be an institutional FIR within 2 hours of a cognizable offence, my lord. If that also comes with your lordship, part of the order, my lord. And finally, my lord, the fast tracking of, my lord, we have done cases 10 years back, my lord. The trial is still proceeding. But in 2016, my lord, a person was murdered, a doctor was murdered inside the hospital, my lord, at a point blank range, my lord. Nothing happened. There was a widespread agitation. The chief minister said 50. What I'm saying, there are similar matters pending in this court. If a lordship expedite that.
To obviate, handing over slips, but we'll go about in a very systematic way.
Yes,
Mr. Devdatta Kamath is appearing for whom?
Instead of your lordships writing down, let us give it.
Can you just, it will be easier for us.
It would be easier. It doesn't look good also.
All right.
My lord, very kind, my lord, but
all right, what we are doing is, we are just circulating a sheet of paper. If you can all just, as we are going along with the matter, write it. So we'll examine that and we'll put your names down.
I had made a request
yesterday. Some SOP, the committee is looking into it. There is no SOP on the hours of the doctor.
Of course, we said that.
it is a specific
mandate
of the commission.
One second. One of the points which, that one para where I say, this is a non-exhaustive list, which specifically says that they are made to work for 36 hours. And one more thing, we have said, we have referred to working conditions in general, which includes the work. So please assure the doctors, we are as concerned about them, that they have to work for 36 hours.
Yes.
All of us have also had family members, relatives. We have gone to public hospitals.
Yes.
I have slept on the floor of a public hospital when somebody in the family was not well. So we have gone through that. And you observe all of them working for 36 hours.
Lord, we would also we would not like, my lord, a doctor who has not slept for 30 hours to treat us, my lord, because...
May I just explain what happens in the hospitals? Because I have doctors in the family and also people studying in the medical colleges. What happens is that the senior, who are the third-year students of PG courses, they are the one who assign duty. You do 12 hours to 24 hours, and then thereafter you are given a rest for 2 to 3 hours. Again, you are called back on duty. The junior doctors are the one who prepare the discharge summary. And the discharge summary is prepared by them. So the workload is then again 2-3 hours. So it is almost 48 hours. It is not even 36 hours. So my humble submission is that you are neither in a physical state or a mental state at that stage to even resist if somebody is teasing you. I'm not even on the bigger sexual assault. I'm not on that because there are many incidents.
Currently, if you look at our order,
yes.
Sorry, Ms. Kumudasa Das, what? If you see our order,
yes,
if you see our order, we have in fact highlighted this very aspect that there is a certain hierarchical nature of the workplace in a public hospital or any hospital. So when we have referred to that, and we have said because of the hierarchical nature, doctors, including junior doctors, are susceptible to harassment, not just sexual harassment, but different kinds of harassment.
Yes, Your Lordship. Yes.
So we have specifically referred to this, but now that you have mentioned it, in a course of our order, in a brief order today, we will add to that as well. No difficulty. Your point is perfectly well taken. So please.
My lord, a small point to supplement that, because I come from a family of doctors, is that the counter to that, of course, is the fact that there are lots of peer-reviewed studies to say that continuity is important. Now, obviously, doctors can't be treated like this in light of that. So the committee should look into it and propose something that
there is another.
I'll tell you one thing.
I'll tell you one thing. We have got so many emails. I've been flooded with emails which I've been reading to the extent humanly possible. There's another viewpoint also that, look, if you have doctors only on duty for 8 hours, then The purpose is that the doctor must be able to see the evolution of the patient. So that patient is there overnight, then your duty hours may extend beyond 8 hours so that you see that what is the development in the case of the patient between the time you entered and the time you exited. But we are not going to make any comment on that. The committee will.
Your Lordship,
But certainly,
One thing is,
48 hours of duty or 36 hours of duty is a little too aggressive.
Is not really human. My Lord, may I say I'm representing the KG Car Medical Junior Resident Doctors. They are still RG Car. And my Lord, they are
By
still.
the way, Brother Justice Rishikesh Roy pointed out to me in another CB yesterday that you kept on saying car is car. So I said, well, I
we are
apologize.
forgetting one crucial thing.
So, my Lord,
Can I speak? my lord?
can
We
I
are forgetting one crucial thing. All doctors, my lord, which your lordships have constituted in the committee, they have passed through this very phase. They are aware of the problems.
So, my Lord, I'm just saying that they are still terrorized. They are still in fear. They are saying our senior residents are back at work. We'll give it to the Registrar General in a sealed cover, the names of the people. There are about 70 junior residents and they are interns. And they are still feeling terrorized. They are threatened. They are actually being targeted in the hospital.
But terrorized by whom? Because this is a serious thing. And they
Yes.
in the RG Kaur Medical Hospital.
CISF is already there now.
What is their
But
grievance?
instead of, my lord, giving them here, let them be given to me. I'll ensure, my lord, CISF to do the needful. My lord.
Yes, but we have to have their names in sealed cover because those who've spoken up are feeling targeted already. And they have a timeline of videos they have taken.
Targeted by whom? Don't give us names, but targeted broadly
by
by
officials, my lords, by goons. I am for
By-
the 20,000 doctors
by-
in the, Kolkata, my lords.
But
And
your lordship sees the.
some of,
report,
many of them work in RG Car.
Possibly a hint of.
By members of the administration, by people who are in the hospital.
all right,
and
we'll take note of that.
Yes,
There is one submission, Your Lordship. There's a last submission, Your Lordship, I want to make. Can we have a compensation distress fund
That's been-
for the victims and the deceased of the family created by the state so that when at the time of the crisis of this kind of a situation, they can be also get a compensation system like what we have done in the Nirbhaya case, Your Lordship.
All right, let's just see the status report for a moment. We just see the status.
With your lordship,
Just give us one moment.
with your lordship permission, may I just,
1 second, we'll have to
Lordship
put it.
permits us, then should we post on the filing, e-filing, the suggestions or the pointers that we have, because it is anonymity which the resident doctors and interns from different places they are requesting, because the direct impact is on them. And their mental state is terrible. There is also a survey report of National Medical Council which says that 28%.
Point taken. There should be a portal where suggestions can be given to the
Yes.
committee, even anonymously, without disclosure of identity.
Yes, Your Lord.
Point well taken. Noted.
Lords, after the status report, could we have 1 minute on the SIT, my lords? We are representing 5 associations of doctors. And the difficulty is that there is an institutional compromise with regard to the financial regularities and the rape. Here's why. There were the same gentleman who was the head of Dr. Shondeep Ghosh, who was head of this RG Kaur Medical College, also, for example, commissioned, asked for CCTV cameras for 14 lakhs to be rented. Now, had he bought those CCTV cameras, they would have been there. It would have been a deterrent, and there would have been better accountability. An SIT 2 days ago was, and I have the notification here, my lords. An SIT was set up by the West Bengal government. To look into these irregularities by the same person, and that only constitutes officials that are under the control of the West Bengal government.
But would your lordship consider having the status report?
That my lord's, he's been replaced.
All this.
He's been
Lordship,
replaced.
In the nurse's case,
Please,
he was
please.
the IG.
Your Lordships, my lord, consider the report first, my lord.
All right,
That
just,
might, my
So,
lord,
my
if,
lords, with regard to the SIT, just to
just one
close that
second,
loop.
let's see the report and then we will come back to you on the SIT.
Yes, ma'am.
We've also filed our report.
SP, Your Honor, I'm Dr. Rajiv Yoshi calling from
Just one
Pune.
second, everybody can just hold their patience for 2 minutes. Let's quickly run through the two status reports.
the state's report was not called for, but they have, my lord, asked, your Lordships may, my lord, it's entirely your
It's been
Lordship.
called for in the order. Why
It's
did my
been
learned
called
friend
for
say that?
the order.
I thought we had asked for the,
Yes, of course.
The order.
Page 10, my lord, raise please, my lord, is,
In
page
fact-
10 of yours.
In fact,
mine.
Madas,
my
I
lord,
might, if your lordship will give me a minute, Madas, I don't want to interfere.
We'll just quickly run through this, then come back to you in a moment so that we
Very
go step by
Very
step.
well.
10 para 7, Lord, before that, we have narrated the facts, etc., which broadly your Lordships are aware, so I'm not, and I'm obviously not reading, my lord, your Lordships may read from para 7. So date and time may kindly be, my lord, taken note of, my lord. Eventually, we have, this is very, very preliminary finding, but we have recorded some, flagged some issues.
We just
There submitting the status report, and of course it's being considered by the bench. They're of course silently reading the status report currently. The hearing is underway in the Kolkata rape case, the rape and murder matter of the RG car incident has of course been taken so moto cognizance of by the Supreme Court. The bench began hearing the case led by the Chief Justice of India earlier in the week. The hearing has resumed today once again. We did hear from certain advocates who were representing various parties in the case earlier. And right now, the CBI status report is being read by the judges. So clearly, of course, the Supreme Court continuing their hearing in this matter. Remember, the Supreme Court had constituted a national task force as well in the hearing earlier in the week. They had given the task force a few weeks' time to file an interim report and a 2 months period of time to file a final report. The National Task Force is comprised of senior doctors from all across the country. Remember, this is something that the doctors who've been protesting across the country have welcomed. They're happy that the Supreme Court has intervened in this matter and taken cognizance of the case. The Supreme Court, of course, also asking for security of the hospital to be taken over by the CISF. And meanwhile, of course, we are seeing visuals of the live hearing, which of course is on in the Supreme Court. The Apex Court continues their hearing of the case involving the rape and murder that took place at the RG Kar Medical College and Hospital in Kolkata. So even as we wait for the hearing to resume there in this matter, the Supreme Court, of course, is currently reading the status report. Remember, the CBI, of course, has taken over this case. The CBI has been in Kolkata, of course, grilling the former principal in this case, and of course also now submitting their status report, which is something that the judges are currently reading. Mohammed Afsar is joining us for more details on this story. Mohammed, what is transpiring in the Supreme Court currently?
एक्स प्रिंसिपल संदीप घोष रिजिग्नेशन देने के बाद ही आरजीकर मेडिकल कॉलेज में श्वेता पाल को आरजीकर मेडिकल कॉलेज का प्रिंसिपल बनाया गया था। मगर श्वेता पाल जिस दिन ज्वाइन किया उस दिन ही डॉक्टर्स का प्रोटेस्ट के सामने पड़ना पड़ा था ये श्वेता पाल को। और उसके बाद कल डॉक्टर्स की तरफ से जो डिमांड रखा गया था शास्त्र भवन में, वो डिमांड को फुलफिल करते हुए हेल्थ डिपार्टमेंट की तरफ से 4 लोगों को ट्रांसफर किया है, जिसमें श्वेता पाल का नाम भी है। श्वेता पाल को ट्रांसफर करते हुए वो लोग मानस बंदोपाध्याय को नियुक्त किए आरजीकर मेडिकल कॉलेज का प्रिंसिपल के नाते। तो मानस बंदोपाध्याय जब चार्जेस लेगा, यानी आज शाम को या कल सुबह आरजीकर मेडिकल कॉलेज में आ सकते हैं मानस बंदोपाध्याय, और उसके बाद ही मानस बंदोपाध्याय के साथ मीटिंग हो सकता है ये जो प्रोटेस्टिंग डॉक्टर है इनका। क्योंकि डॉक्टर्स का जो डिमांड है इंटरनल जो सिक्योरिटी, वो सिक्योरिटी इंक्रीज करने के लिए, और उसके साथ साथ ही जो कॉलेज है वो कॉलेज में जो डॉक्टर्स है वो डॉक्टर्स का एक सेफ एटमोस्फियर तैयार करना पड़ेगा, ये डिमांड था डॉक्टर्स का। और इस बात को लेकर
Right, that was my colleague Renik Datta giving us some details about, of course, the actions taken by the West Bengal government. The West Bengal government, of course, has taken certain steps. They've removed, of course, the current principal who was appointed recently, and also other authorities of the RG Medical Hospital after outrage, after public demand. Tracking the Supreme Court's hearing in this matter.
Our difficult
Part of the case diary, Malad, they have it. It's part of the case diary.
Only a minute, Mr. Sibal, if you don't mind. Lord,
Just flag it for us and
Sure.
only one thing. I did not know, my lord, that there is some report, my lord, because our difficulty was we entered on the 5th day. And thereafter, my lord, before that, my lord, whatever was collected by the local police, my lord, we were given. And our investigation starts, my lord, that is itself a challenge by itself, my lord, because the scene of offense is altered. Everything is, my lord, even the...
Everything is videographed. Nothing is altered. Everything is videographed.
My lord,
No, Mr.
without
Secretary,
knowing anything,
the
Mr.
Postmortem is videographed.
Yes, rest is
The scene
not
of crime is
videographed.
not videographed because the crime is
The seizure memo is there, Malad. Seizure memo is there.
9 o'clock the crime is detected.
Seizure memo is there, Malad.
Not
Seizure
the
memo
most
is there.
shocking fact. I am not making this, Mr.
Malad,
Sibal is
that is also
little
videographed.
combative moves.
Malad,
Lord,
Malad,
the most shocking fact, the FIR is registered after cremation at 11:45 night.
The
First,
investigation...
the parents are informed that she is not well by the deputy superintendent. When they reach, they say that she has committed a suicide. Thereafter, they say that it appears to be a death. Fortunately, the young doctors, the colleagues of this deceased girl, victim, they insisted that we want videography, we want this. This is suggestive that even they were suspecting some cover-up. So they were also trying their best.
Well, let's just see the medical examination.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Lord's postmortem was done in the same hospital.
I don't
So that may be
Postmortem was also done in the same.
I don't want, this is entirely accusatory. I don't want to, Malad, contradict my learned friend, but the record will show what happened.
Lord, one more fact, my lord, it may.
And we have a note on timeline, exactly what time, what happened.
Karuna?
3
There are
copies.
people in this.
On this story, let's quickly bring in Renik for more on this story. Renik, the Supreme Court, of course, hearing this matter, they are considering the CBI status report. All eyes on what the Supreme Court will order today, Renik.
एकदम देखिए, आज सुप्रीम कोर्ट के ऊपर पूरा देश का नजर है, क्योंकि सुप्रीम कोर्ट में आज सीबीआई का जो स्टेटस रिपोर्ट दिया जाएगा, वो स्टेटस रिपोर्ट में सीबीआई की तरफ से क्या दिया जाएगा, उसके ऊपर ही पूरा देश का नजर है। क्योंकि आरजी मेडिकल कॉलेज एंड हॉस्पिटल में जिस तरीके से ये घटना घटा था, उसके बाद कोलकाता पुलिस का इन्वेस्टिगेशन को लेकर बार बार सवाल आ रहा था। उसी बीच में कोलकाता हाईकोर्ट के निर्देश के मुताबिक सीबीआई की तरफ से ये केस को टेक ओवर किया गया। उसके बाद से सीबीआई का क्या क्या डेवलपमेंट आया है, क्योंकि लगातार 7 दिन आज भी संदीप घोष जो कि आरजी मेडिकल कॉलेज का जो पूर्व प्रिंसिपल है, उनको लगातार सीबीआई की तरफ से पूछताछ किया जा रहा है। और इसी सिलसिले में इसी जगह से सवाल आता है कि सीबीआई का ये जो इन्वेस्टिगेशन में अभी तक क्या क्या सामने आया है, और उसी का रिपोर्ट आज सीबीआई की तरफ से दिया जाएगा, और उसके ऊपर ही पूरा देश का नजर है। क्योंकि
it was by the local police, it was given to us. Just flag it.
We saw it yesterday.
This report, my lord.
Well, that's
Postmortem.
202 of our status report.
This has the flagging also, whatever your lordship would like to say.
But that can't change in any case. The postmortem is postmortem.
Yes.
Page 13 of the case diary.
Yes. And my lord, our status report also has it, page 202.
जिस तरीके से दिखा गया कि डेड बॉडी 9 बजे बरामद हुआ, मगर जो एफआईआर पुलिस की तरफ से चालू किया गया था दोपहर को 12 बजे। तो ये जो पुलिस की तरफ से जो लापरवाही हुआ है, इसके बारे में भी सीबीआई की तरफ से मेंशन किया जा सकता है। और उसके साथ साथ ही कॉलेज अथॉरिटी की तरफ से कंप्लेन करने में और पुलिस को इन्फॉर्म करने में देरी किया गया, इस तरीके का बयान भी सीबीआई की तरफ से स्टेटस रिपोर्ट में रखा जा सकता है। कुल मिलाकर ये स्टेटस रिपोर्ट में सीबीआई जो मेंशन करेंगे, जो जैसे कि सीबीआई के सूत्र के हवाले से खबर मिल रहा है कि सीबीआई की तरफ से पूरा ये घटना में अभी तक क्या क्या डेवलपमेंट हुआ है, यानी जो 3D स्कैनिंग हुआ है उसके बारे में भी सीबीआई मेंशन रख सकते हैं। जो पॉलीग्राफिक टेस्ट के लिए अप्रूवल मिला है उसके बारे में भी लिख सकते हैं कि संदीप घोष का जो पॉलीग्राफिक टेस्ट करवाने का मांग सीबीआई की तरफ से किया जा रहा है, उसके बारे में भी सीबीआई आज ये स्टेटस रिपोर्ट में रख सकते हैं। तो कुल मिलाकर स्टेटस रिपोर्ट में क्या होगा, उसके ऊपर ही पूरा देश का नजर बना के बैठे हुए हैं। और मेनली जो डॉक्टर्स प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं, उनकी तरफ से भी एक ही तरफ नजर है कि सीबीआई के स्टेटस रिपोर्ट में सीबीआई आज क्या देगा, क्या क्या डेवलपमेंट हुआ है, इसमें संदीप घोष का कोई रोल था कि नहीं, इस बारे में सीबीआई कुछ इंफॉर्मेशन देता है कि नहीं, इस बारे में भी स्टेटस रिपोर्ट में कुछ रहेगा कि नहीं, इस बारे में भी डॉक्टर्स का नजर है।
Yes, Renik, also, of course, as far as this particular matter is concerned, the West Bengal government also, जो पश्चिम बंगाल की सरकार है, उन पे भी बहुत दबाव बन रहा है, प्रदर्शन जो है वो लगातार जारी है। इस दबाव की वजह से शायद कई निर्णय लिए गए पश्चिम बंगाल सरकार द्वारा। संदीप घोष के अपॉइंटमेंट को रद्द किया गया, जो वो किसी अन्य अस्पताल के प्रिंसिपल बने, और जो 2 और नए अपॉइंटमेंट्स आरजी कार मेडिकल कॉलेज और अस्पताल के थे, वो भी क्या रद्द किए गए हैं पश्चिम बंगाल द्वारा, रेनिक?
एकदम देखिए, जिस तरीके से प्रेशर वेस्ट बंगाल गवर्नमेंट के ऊपर आ रहा है, उसी के तहत वेस्ट बंगाल गवर्नमेंट के तरफ से 2-3 निर्णय लिया गया है। पहला तो जैसा कि डॉक्टर्स का डिमांड था कि आरजी मेडिकल कॉलेज का जो प्रेजेंट प्रिंसिपल है, जो वाइस प्रिंसिपल है, जो सुपर है, हॉस्पिटल सुपर है, और उसके साथ साथ ही जो सेल्स डिपार्टमेंट का एचओडी है, ये चारों को हटाना पड़ेगा। और उसके साथ साथ ही जो संदीप घोष का नया जो अपॉइंटमेंट हुआ था, वो अपॉइंटमेंट को रद्द करना पड़ेगा। ये डिमांड को लेकर कल एक डेपुटेशन डॉक्टर्स की तरफ से हेल्थ डिपार्टमेंट में दिया गया था, और उसके बाद ही कल रात को ही हेल्थ डिपार्टमेंट की तरफ से नोटिफिकेशन जारी किया गया, जिस नोटिफिकेशन में एकदम साफ साफ ये जो संदीप घोष का नया कलकत्ता नेशनल मेडिकल कॉलेज में जिस तरीके से संदीप घोष को नया तरीके से अपॉइंट किया गया था एज ए कॉलेज प्रिंसिपल, उनका जो ये अपॉइंटमेंट, इसको रद्द कर दिया गया है। दूसरी तरफ जो आरजी मेडिकल कॉलेज में ये संदीप घोष के बाद में जो नया प्रिंसिपल आया था, सुहिता पाल, उनको भी ट्रांसफर कर दिया गया है। उसके साथ असिस्टेंट जो प्रिंसिपल है, वाइस प्रिंसिपल और जो सुपर, और उसके साथ साथ ही जो चेस डिपार्टमेंट का एचओडी, यानी जिस डिपार्टमेंट में ये विक्टिम काम करता था उस डिपार्टमेंट का जो एचओडी, उनको भी, ये चारों को कल हेल्थ डिपार्टमेंट की तरफ से हटा दिया गया। नया प्रिंसिपल के तहत मानस बंदोपाध्याय का अपॉइंटमेंट किया गया है। जैसे कि हेल्थ डिपार्टमेंट की तरफ से कहा जा रहा है कि मानस बंदोपाध्याय आज शाम के अंदर ही हेल्थ डिपार्टमेंट के पास से ये जो पूरा अपॉइंटमेंट उनको मिल जाएगा और उसके बाद कल ही वो आरजीकर मेडिकल कॉलेज ज्वाइन कर लेगा। यानी बोल सकते हैं कि आरजीकर मेडिकल कॉलेज का ये इंसिडेंट के बाद जिस तरीके से डॉक्टर्स का प्रोटेस्ट चल रहा था, वो डॉक्टर्स का प्रोटेस्ट को देखते हुए गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से ये डिसीजन लिया गया और गवर्नमेंट का ऊपर जो प्रेशर आ रहा था उसी के तहत ये डिसीजन गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से लिया गया है।
सीजीआई के बारे में और उच्च न्यायालय के बारे में तो जो जजेस हैं और जो चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ इंडिया है उन्होंने और सवाल उठाए हैं, आज भी सवाल उठाए हैं। अक्यूज्ड के मेडिकल रिपोर्ट के बारे में उन्होंने ये भी सवाल उठाए, एफआईआर के बारे में। क्या कुछ आज जानकारी दे सकते हैं आप आज की सुनवाई के बारे में? अब तक क्या रवैया है बेंच का?
एकदम देखिए, सुप्रीम कोर्ट की तरफ से जो आज जो सुनवाई का शुरुआत में ही पहला तो डॉक्टर्स का ये जो प्रोटेस्ट चल रहा है इसको लेकर सुप्रीम कोर्ट की तरफ से बोला गया है, क्योंकि सुप्रीम कोर्ट का कहना है कि डॉक्टर्स की तरफ से जो स्ट्राइक करा गया है, जो स्ट्राइक चल रहा है डॉक्टर्स का, उसको लेकर जो जितना प्रॉब्लम फेस किया जा रहा है इसको लेकर ही डॉक्टर्स के पास सुप्रीम कोर्ट का एक रिक्वेस्ट है कि वो लोग प्रोटेस्ट उठाकर फिर से काम में ज्वाइन करें और डॉक्टर्स जो लोग प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं, जो लोग स्ट्राइक कर रहे हैं, उनके ऊपर कोई कड़ी एक्शन नहीं लिया जाएगा, ऐसा भी सुप्रीम कोर्ट की तरफ से कहा गया था। दूसरी तरफ ये पूरा घटना में जिस तरीके से एक्यूज्ड का मेडिकल एग्जामिनेशन हुआ है और जिस तरीके से ये पूरा घटना का कोलकाता पुलिस की तरफ से जो इन्वेस्टिगेशन किया गया था, इसको लेकर भी सुप्रीम कोर्ट में बात हुआ है। सुप्रीम कोर्ट की तरफ से कहा गया है कि ये जो जिस तरीके से मेडिकल एग्जामिनेशन किया गया है वो प्रोसीड्यूर को लेकर भी एक बार सवाल उठाया है। तो कुल मिलाकर जैसे कि हम लोग बोल रहे थे कि आज स्टेटस रिपोर्ट में कोलकाता पुलिस के बारे में कुछ बोलेगा कि नहीं, सीबीआई इस बारे में भी नजर रहेगा और उसी जगह से आज सुप्रीम कोर्ट का ये जो इस सुनवाई में वेस्ट बंगाल गवर्नमेंट को पिछले टाइम भी जिस तरीके से सुप्रीम कोर्ट की तरफ से संविदा किया गया था, सुप्रीम कोर्ट की तरफ से जिस तरीके से बोला गया था वेस्ट बंगाल गवर्नमेंट का जो कार्यक्रम, उसके ऊपर आज भी फिर से एक बार सुप्रीम कोर्ट की तरफ से वेस्ट बंगाल गवर्नमेंट को दोष दिया जा रहा है कि पूरा ये जो ये मामले को अगर पहले दिन से हम लोग देखेंगे तो 9 तारीख ये जब हादसा घटा, 9 तारीख सुबह 9 बजे ये डेड बॉडी देखने को मिला पहली बार आरजीकर मेडिकल कॉलेज का सेमिनार हॉल में। मगर अगर एफआईआर कॉपी देखेंगे, पहला जो एफआईआर पुलिस की तरफ से यानी टाला पुलिस स्टेशन की तरफ से किया गया था वो 11:57 तक। इतना देरी क्यों लगा, ये सवाल पहले तो आता है। दूसरी तरफ कॉलेज अथॉरिटी की तरफ से दोपहर 3 बजे मेल करके पूरा ये घटना को पुलिस को इन्फॉर्म किया गया। पुलिस को इन्फॉर्म करने में इतना देरी क्यों था, ये सवाल आम नजरिए से जब आता है और उसी सिचुएशन में स्टेटस रिपोर्ट में सीबीआई का क्या रहता है उसके ऊपर भी सबका नजर है और इसी जगह से सीबीआई कुछ बोलता है कि नहीं, स्टेटस रिपोर्ट में कोलकाता पुलिस का ये इन्वेस्टिगेशन को लेकर कोई बयान देता है कि नहीं, इस बारे में भी पूरा देश का नजर बना है।
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.